Hi everyone, welcome back for Oban Star Racer's Chance to Shine. This is flight test 0.0.1 and you'll be able to play test this flight of this build yourself on our Patreon. Just kind of show I am getting ready to upload it here. So you'll be able to go on our Patreon, link below, and you'll be able to get the attached file. Now, obviously, this is an early build, so you will see that, we have so much things to add, so many things to grow on and get polished. And, I just think it's going to be an exciting time to share this with you all. Lee has been working very hard on this, to make it a more smoother experience than all the other engines. This will be for Windows and Linux. So if you have a Linux or Windows, we ported it over to those two for this first test flight. Now, we are doing the Windows build. When we go over this, we'll be able to see that we're able to do a few laps and stuff. So one thing to note, we are missing the bottom sprite. And collision does work. You can run into things. And you can slide against the walls and stuff. It'll grind you to a halt. Now, ignore the sprite of the ship. Pretty much, we're adding extra frames, extra things where the turrets can pop in and out, do different things down the road. Right now, this is just the baseline. We need, obviously, the down sprite and stuff to make sure we have the primary ones that we like. But, yeah, this is the game. I'll go ahead and move through it. But you can see the camera moves with you, and you're able to race through here. And it's such a more of a smoother experience because you can see you can grind against the walls. This was a heavy focus, to make it where it does slow your speed, but it doesn't grind you to immediate halt. So you can see that it's slowing your speed. And you can also see we have a little bit of shadow stuff to work out with the walls and stuff. We'll get those figured out. But you can also see the sky, the background elements. We have a couple tests billboards for some of the mountain peaks and things, some things that we have not shown before. And we wanted to kind of give you an idea of some vision. Now, ignore this bridge, is just an example and stuff of future things that we want to add. But we want to kind of make you feel like it's a mix between 3D and 2D, and you'll be able to shoot your opponents and stuff down the road. And we will be trying to program additional features and extra stuff. Even when you go against the ground, it's going to slow you down here. The idea is to make it where we have roll button. You can roll, you can dodge and stuff down the road here. This is to really give us the foundation of the building blocks to start adding features. Like if we were to grind against this, we want to add sparks and dust and debris, and when we go through the traps and stuff, we really want you to feel like, oh man, that's just crazy and stuff, going through, hitting stuff and things blowing apart or whatnot. But things will be a mix of 3D and 2D, and some traps will be 3D and some traps will be 2D, depending on what it is, because we are on a budget, but also capability-wise, we want to make it where it's easy for us to manage, So let me open that back up again. So, as you can see too, we got the colors of everything working. Nothing is being whitewashed, which was very crucial and important to us. So you can see, the walls on the left and the right, the billboards and stuff, they are working properly. And these are not going to be the complete billboards and stuff. These are just some of the main elements we threw in there just for sugar candy for you guys to really enjoy. Now, as you can see, something to note, if I don't move, we're on a track. You know, if I'm not moving, it's going to keep us on this track. Now, however, this is only temporary because in a future build, we are going to fix this, is make it where it's like if you do not turn, like with the turning stuff when it comes up to the turns, you will crash and stuff. That is something that we plan on fixing down the road. But for the most part, we are aiming for the goal of trying to make it smooth. When it comes to the shadow of the whizzing arrow, we do plan on adding an additional sprite to it, where it's like a shadow sprite of the ships. So you'll be able to get an illusion of 3D of the ships. So that's the idea, is like we want you to feel like you are racing 3D, you know, but you really aren't and stuff. And when we add all the extra animations to the whizzing arrow, like the rolls and the when we do these turns like this, we actually add those extra frames or transitions. It's going to look 3D and feel that way too. So, you know, and you can also see our skybox is working wonderfully. You know, and like it is just a truly incredible, amazing work that Lee has accomplished on this. And when it comes to the bottom right and bottom left corners of the track, you'll be noticing that we are not having our moss just yet, or rocks or grass just yet. Just know that more buildings, rocks, bridges, and things will be coming in future builds and things and stuff. And that's stuff I want you to test, see how it performs and stuff, how it looks, and fixing the shadows and different things of stylization as we go. So, moss and stuff coming next week, and generating elements on this stuff, of this track. Now, just be aware that when it comes to this map is a test flight, where think of it as a sandbox. You know, this is our testing grounds. In the future, you will be able to create your own maps. You just select the theme and you select how you want the layout to be. You know, you make the layout of the track and stuff and have fun with that. Looks like we're about to finish, and we won against ourselves. So, you know, it's really exciting to see the results of this, of Lee. He has really pulled this out of the woodworks of creativity, of figuring out a lot of this problem solving. Let me open up Discord real quick and close whatever's trying to pop up here. So, kind of another update as well for Chance to Shine's work and stuff when it comes to the map designs. A little bit of things I was talking about, kind of help break it down. Let's get this loaded up and I'll show it to you and kind of give you the vision of what we are doing. Okay, so let's see. Hold on. Let me try to get over here. The laptop is a little bit buggy and a little bit slow, but it works. It gets the job done. Okay, so if we go over here, bless you, dear. Alright, so what we want to do is show you a little bit of stuff behind the scenes here. So we're going to be adding in more of our ruins, more things. Here's the rocks that you'll see on the next build. It'll be in the map and stuff, generated in random areas of the track floor to give that really beautiful stuff. And it'll be flipped around and different stuff, you know. We got the grass and stuff, you know, in the style of Oban. Here's the little water sewer drippy drip thing. Okay, so this is the moss, okay? The moss is going to be alongside the track in the bottom left and bottom right corners, okay? And there's a way that that's going to work out. I'm not sure if I'm able to pull that up on here because I haven't used a computer in a hot minute. I guess I'll show later. But anyways, you know, this is some of the work that we've been doing and, you know, recovering and getting ready for the maps and stuff, you know, and like there's a lot of nice, beautiful stuff that is in here that, you know, is for this particular build. Obviously, map 2 just got done in creation. We are on our way to map 3, which, if you don't know what map 3 is, it is this one right here. Map 3 is starting its works in a week. So we will start seeing map 3 work done, and this will be a mix of 3D and 2D. I got to make some of the islands into 3D, and some of them will be 2D. Kind of show you what you have missed, because we were just talking and things and stuff. Riza's just been doing a fantastic, beautiful work. You can see these are the onions for map 2. They're completed. And here's the other onion. Different pieces for the map 2, of course. You know, and this is map 1. You know, this is some of the visuals from map 1. Yes, down the road we will make it where you can go through the beaches and all that, which will be pretty cool. I'm sure, let's see, nameless. Okay, let me see if I can find the, hold on. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to find this a different way here. Give me a second. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back in time a little bit. And it's kind of sad that I forgot how to use Discord on a computer. You know, I had to sell my old computer and stuff because, well, it was brand new and things, but I was not doing good health-wise and couldn't pay all the bills. Now, if I go up, I'm sure I'll start being able to find what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, that's one of the traps here. That's 3D. This is a 3D trap. So you guys are already aware of that one. That's some of the old builds from Game Maker. We jumped ship because we didn't like the some of the bugs, some of the issues and things, and this is why we did the art first and everything else, so that we can find a happy place for us, you know, and have that nice middle ground. Yeah, those are some of the ships. I don't know if you've seen some of them, but yeah, they're all done. You know, all the ships are done and worked on, and the 2D ships are all good too. Yep. See, all of them are good. You'll be able to ram each other, shoot each other, make each other suffer. You can see here we forgot in the test sprite areas, you know, to include the downward direction. You know, that's something we'll address. Yeah, you'll be able to do the boost and stuff, and we're going to add all those extra visuals and, you know, and everything else. Just remember, when you are play testing the games and stuff, they will get added each month with features and things, and you're pretty much testing these features out, you know. So let me just scroll up. This is what the moss does. So you can see here, the moss will be on the left and the right side. That's what it does. It makes it where it's more smoother. Okay. You know, we wanted a more smoother experience. And that's what it's going to do. You know, it's going to balance that out real nice. Here's some of the pulls and stuff. But we are looking for, I want to show one of the other stuff here. Yeah, see? We also got a lot of water stuff, you know, done. Rocks, different things, you know, so we can do a lot of things. We will be doing like fishermen, different fun stuff down the road when it comes to that. You know, you got your trees, different style rocks. So here's some of the textures here. You got the cliff texture and you got the ocean texture. And the ocean texture, you can see how that's animated. So you'll be racing and stuff, you know, and you got an animated beach. And we'll do the little island stuff, you know, and the little rocks on the side with the cliff on the side, you know, and it's 1-to-1 accuracy. And we'll do an extra thing as, you know, you play. It's just, we really wanted the idea that, you know, when you're playing and stuff, visually, it is accurate to that. And this is what it will look like when you are playing. That's the idea, is that you'll be playing alongside a certain radius and stuff, and then the rest, we will do a plane that extends out and just blurs it out for the rest of the ocean. So, we are doing pretty well. And you could see, for the most part, like, we're pretty there. Like, we made it where this is what the game is going to look like when you race. You know, we got the cliff, you know, and we're going to do a little bumpy effect to the cliff and do a little bit of extrusions and stuff. You got the little islands. You got a little fisher stuff we're going to do, you know, throughout the water areas that you can weave through. And you got the rocks and you got the different stuff. Visually, it's going to be 1-to-1 to the show, you know, and I want you to know that and understand that is our dedication. I'm trying to make it accurate, you know, as much as we can. And, you know, and you can see a lot of it, you know, as we go. We're going to be doing a lot of adjustments to get it there, and, you know, and it's going to be a lot of work. But you can see we're pretty close. Once we add the moss in and we add the little rocks and stuff, you know, and the plants and water stuff, oh, it's going to look beautiful. So, you know, we have a lot of plans. And just for one last time, I'll go ahead and play it one more time. So obviously we'll have a faster start. It won't be so slow in the beginning. We'll make it where you already have a little bit of speed when we start in the future, because Flights of Etheria is going to be the one with the countdown. And for us, we already have the sliding gate effect that is going to be our countdown. So when you get into the trenches, you're already going to have speed. So I wouldn't worry about that and stuff of being a dead halt. It's just right now, you know, it's testing purposes we want to do. You can see if I'm touching the ceiling, nothing's happening. I'm not slowing down. You can see really cool wind effects on the side, you know, for additional speed. And in the future, we will test the speed out and do all these other cool effects to make you feel more faster. And, you know, and even with the engine effects, and, you know, we will do a little bit of shaking. We'll do a little bit of other cool things, you know, and blurs and all this other cool stuff. We want to add a bunch of sugar candy of making you feel like you're going fast, you know, and so that's what we will be doing and focusing on down the road. Remember, you will be able to ram, you will be able to do those things, and I hope you guys like what we have done. We made it where it's like, for us, this is doable. It makes it where we can add all those crazy extra effects, visuals, and different things. We can add sprites of, like, if you're racing against the the pirate ship, we can make it where you got little people jumping onto your ship, and trying to get into your ship, and slow you down. Those are things we're able to do, and on all the other racers and stuff by doing stuff like this, And once we add all the other visuals for the background and all the visuals in game of like on the track, it's going to fill out everything. It's going to make it look beautiful and one-to-one, so that's the goal. I hope you guys really enjoy this. It's like we have been working very hard, and especially Lee, he's the one that has pulled this off, and the team that has been working on the background scenery pieces, they've been working truly hard as well. We do plan on adding in the animated backgrounds as well with the windmills, so you can see some of the windmills in the background are not moving. Those are not the animated ones. We will be adding those soon. I just have to have the artists send those over. Once they're sent over, we will be pretty good. We'll see all those animated things. Now, again, this right here was just a fun little, just adding in something, to fill out the map a little. We just wanted to fill something out so that you have a little bit of room to see things. Now, this map is smaller than what you'll actually be doing yourself, The maps will be a little bit larger or smaller or medium depending on how you want it, But I hope you enjoy that, and I will be seeing you guys on the next video, and try to definitely comment below and like and share it around, and definitely jump into the Patreon. It's just $3 to $5, to have access to the playtesting. If you want to playtest, you're welcome to playtest, and that is on the Patreon. And then if you do playtest, please, you need a comment in general. Let us know about how it's playing, different ideas, different little things to note on, any bugs you notice and stuff, We want to start trying to add features, fixing things, polishing things up over time, and we do have a long to-do list of features to add, so please know that we will be adding more down the road, and we will be fixing more and adding more, and it's just going to be a huge thing. So definitely go to the Discord, and if you guys like this video, just like and subscribe, and tell Lee he did an amazing job, and can't wait to see his work every week and more updates of these builds. This is the start of the new year, and every month we're getting new maps, we're getting new things added to the builds, so that you can play test, you can join us alongside us and play the game and see how it goes, and I hope you guys enjoy this. Now, I would say before I leave you, some people ask if it's going to be on consoles or PC or mobile. First is PC, then we will go and try to get over to mobile, and then consoles. In that order. I don't know the exact time frame of that. I don't know anything. I just want to focus on PC, and in the background, making sure that we have mobile in mind. But thank you for following and stuff, and we will see how it goes, and you're along with the journey with us, and I hope you guys are excited for Map 3 visuals. That's coming out here, starting in production in a week. So in February, Map 3, and it should be done within, I would say, a month to a month and a half. So probably by mid-March or the beginning of March, we'll be jumping into Map 4. It's insane. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy. Take it easy. See you again on the next one.